Hello everyone, how are you today? Hope you all doing well. Hope everybody's having a good summer. We've had some large grass fires up here in Canada, so lots of smoke, and it's probably drifting down to wherever you're living. I hope it's not too bad. I mean, it's almost like gagging here at times, but today's a beautiful day. So okay, I'm going to talk to you about some more bits, and yeah, we'll see how everything goes, and you'll see different head stalls. I guess I am very fussy on head stalls and all my equipment. I like to have things that tie. I don't like Chicago screws, like tie. I'll tell you why, because I was riding a horse one day and this guy walks out, and I was riding this pickup horse in Vancouver, and this good pickup man walks out, and I'm talking to him, and you know, and we're chatting it up and everything else, and I was so embarrassed. He just grabbed the bit like this, he put his finger in the bit right here, and he pulled that bit right out of that horse's mouth. The Chicago screw was no longer there. But luckily the horse was holding the bit in his mouth for me. I was just like, I went, wow. After that day, I went and got a hole punch, and I punched holes and I put leather in there. Okay, so it's rope reins, chain chin strap. Gotta hold it up for you. Chain chin strap, and this is a correction bit, and it moves in the center, very loose in the center. This little copper piece floats around, goes in circles. I haven't used this bit too much. I kind of like it. I don't know why I never used it more than what I have, and it's got good movement. I like the movement on it. I just haven't used it that much. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I probably missed that on a couple of horses that, you know, this would have been a better bit for them. But I like it. I'll show you a close-up on it. Okay. This is a very expensive bit. It's a nice bit. I really like this bit too. It's great. I really enjoy it. I've used it on quite a few horses. And I'll twist it up here. So let's see if I can undo this. I've got little clasps at the end, because I can undo it and then move it around the chain. These aren't loose. Oh yeah, here we go. This one is. So I can change it out real quick, I think. So it's just a chain. I can move it around. Okay. Shouldn't be like that, right? Okay, let's see if we can move it. I need to open the clasp right up, and then I can move it. Okay, see? Didn't take that long. So anytime you can, you know, if you have to do something to a bit, you can this way. That's why I like doing it this way. Let's see, why are we having trouble? Okay, let's get back to the bit. Most important thing. Okay, so it's got the bit has little curves right here to keep that kind of towards the horse's face a little bit, so when you pull in, it's going to pull into that horse's cheeks, and it's not going to slide anywhere. It floats up and down a little bit, not very much. It has some copper inlay right here. A lot of horses like that, and this turns a little bit, not much, but very little, but this is what turns. This one side will turn, and this side won't. Now this is the cheaper version of this bit. This bit was made by Frank Principe out in Aldergrove, BC. And I had a Western Horseman tell me that I should buy it. So I thought, okay. He said, this will really help you on a lot of horses you ride, Jeff. It was pretty pricey, but it works. So I don't mind paying as long as I get the results I'm looking for. So see how fast that is, that little, just to turn that back in and on. And it might be on wrong now, but it's okay. So that's a really nice bit. It's a correction bit. Here, I'll move this bit over. This is another correction bit. Now I've rode pickup horses that are at the racetrack, and what a pickup horse at the racetrack does is, the outrider is like a lifeguard. He works at a swimming pool, and if he sees somebody getting in trouble, he's got to ride and help them out. If you see a loose horse, he's got to try to go catch it. If tack falls off the horse, like a polo bandage, or the jockey or the gallop person loses their whip, he's got to go retrieve it for them. Maybe they're having difficulty coming back. You know, after they've trained the horse, galloped the horse, exercised, jogged, whatever they did, the horse is trying to come back off the racetrack. He's glitchy, he gets upset, he gets antsy. That outrider might go over there and escort the horse off the racetrack, or escort the horse to the starting gate. Or, yeah, and that outrider, there's usually 2 to 3 outriders working at night. Like in Vancouver, there was only 2. One works the front end, which, you know, the horses go out, and there's an outrider at that end and an outrider at the back end. And the thoroughbred racehorses are supposed to stay, and this is supposed to work at every racetrack, but sometimes it gets changed around. The thoroughbreds that are in the race, and the pony horses that are taking those horses, we call them pony horses, but they're quarter horses or thoroughbreds or whatever you're using to take those horses to the starting gate. They're supposed to stay in the center, so if something goes wrong, this outrider here can navigate and help things out, or else this guy can, or they'll double team him sometimes. It's just hard to say what'll happen. Anyway, so rope reins, right? Soft rope reins are very nice. This is yacht rope. Correction bit. It has a chain on the bottom here. It has this. This is a pretty heavy bit. And it moves nice. I like that. It moves like that. And same thing on this other side. It has movement. And then it has this copper piece in the center, and it'll turn, it'll spin. This one will spin. The only thing I get worried about these bits is if that part in there, if you're using this a lot, and this part in here ever falls apart on you, and you're out on the racetrack or something, you're running after a horse and you're doing 35 to 40 miles an hour trying to catch a loose horse or catch a rider that's in trouble, that would not be a very good thing to have happen. So just a thought. Maybe I shouldn't say that stuff, but that's a thought. Okay, and here is one of my favorites. I bought this bit. It's got really, really long arms on it for leverage purposes. I love this bit. I've used it on a lot of horses. It's got the chain in the center, right there. It's got the chin strap, and it's got 2 little rings that are copper in the very center. And the horse can play with it with his tongue and roll it around if he wants. Very nice bit. Used it on a lot of horses. Used it on some young horses that were buckers, that people had trouble with, and they got to bucking, and they got to doing some silly stuff. And I wasn't going to put any of this on because, you know, that's too mechanical for them. That's too, like, you've got to ride your horse at least 3 months, 4 months, I would say. It's up to the individual before I would put out something like that on, unless I knew the horse and watched the horse before, and then I trusted the horse would be all right with that. But I put this on some really nasty horses, nasty, and I'm still walking today. And one horse, she was pretty bad. But after I rode her for about 20 days, she became a pretty decent horse. So I'll take the camera and I'll show you a close-up on that. And like I said, head stalls, I like everything to be tied off with leather. So I'm going to take a hold of the camera now. And now, I said I was going to show you that on a few other, whoops, I'll show you that on a few other bits, but I didn't do that. Sorry about that. I made a mistake and I didn't get it done. Okay, so this is the bit. This is the bit right there. You can see how it's all designed. This is the Frank Principe bit right there. So when it hangs, so it'll be like that. That's how it looks when it hangs. Okay, and then this one here, it's got some nice looking parts on it. Chain on the back of it. And this is the chain bit that I have. So I had a mare that ran away. I was using her as a pickup horse one day. Sorry, for a few months, and she ran off on me and took off, and I had a hold of a thoroughbred, and I couldn't stop her. So I found myself at this tack store, and this lady came over and we were talking about bits and everything else, and she said to me, she suggested this bit, and so I said okay. I put a couple of other bits back that I had, and she said no, too aggressive, and so she encouraged me to buy this bit. I thank her very much. I forget her name now, but I bought this bit, and this bit is beautiful. It works on a lot of horses, and I'm so happy I have it, because it's kind of my go-to bit. If I'm not sure about a horse, I'll stick this bit on him right here. I'll put this bridle on him. I might change the reins. That's probably the only thing I would change, and I put like a set of reins like this on, and it's totally all together. It's not when you let go of them, it's not like they're going to fall down on the ground. And at night, when I was out riding, I'd use this kind of a rope rein. Nothing split. Everything went right around, right? Same thing in this. If I was out riding and using this head stall on a horse, I would just take these leather reins off and I would use that. And that's how I would go with all that. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions, comments, and if you'd like to subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything, please do that. See you on the next one.